What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite, and welcome back to the Tactic Tester with Bayer Leverkusen. Today we have Werder Bremen and Union Berlin in the Bundesliga. Two mid-table teams. Werder Bremen are 11th, Union Berlin are 12th. Why did I say 3rd? They're 12th. So they're not going to be easy games. They're decent teams. They're not relegation-threatened teams, but they have nothing to play for. We have a lot to play for. We have second in the table to play for. If you've seen on the left-hand side of the league table, Leipzig and Augsburg have both played. Augsburg won. Leipzig drew. So if we win here today, we will be 3 points clear of Augsburg in second place. And then if we win against Berlin, we will have finished second in the Bundesliga officially. They won't be able to catch up to our goal difference. We would have to lose like 20-0 in the final game against Dortmund, and that's not going to happen. So if we win our next two games, if we win both games of the day, we will be confirmed as second in the table. And that's what I want to happen. I think we can beat both of these teams. We beat Werder Bremen the last time we saw them. I don't remember what happened with Union Berlin. Let's go up and see that game. Did I pass it? Right there. We drew 0-0. So that's not great. But we've got a good record against Bremen. I think we should be able to beat Union Berlin. They no longer have anything to play for. They had to be relegation threatened at the start of the season, so they were playing for something. Now, nothing to play for. We have so much. So let's get into this game. I'll show you the team I've got selected. This is the team I'm going with. Aaron Geese is going to play as a deep line playmaker. I think these are winnable games, so he's going to come in. Jedvai's going to come in at right inverted wingback. Binder's been terrible. Weiser's been terrible. Vindel's been terrible. So I'm giving Jedvai a shot. He's been good at center back. Let's see if he can keep that form going at right wing back. Other than that, Amiri comes in on the right wing for Bellarabi, and Bailly comes back in at left wing. Other than that, it's our best 11. Well, Bailly's probably in our best 11, but they're obviously changes from last match. This is what I think our best 11 is. I'm trying to figure out something at right wing back. I do think Amiri's probably better than Bellarabi. He's probably a better option, so I think he's going to be our starters for the biggest games. We've got a good break between this game and the next, so everyone should be fit for both games. I don't know if everyone's going to be super. I don't know how much longer after the second game the Dortmund game is, but if I have to rest them, I'll rest them. I need all my starters for all these games. I think this is our best team. So let's get into it, see what happens. Oh, I can get an extra sub, that's right, because I couldn't have. Let's get rid of them. Couldn't have Grill on the bench because he's not registered for the Europa League. So let's go. Let's see what can happen. Let's see what can happen. I'm going to say the recent form standings have Werder Bremen in 16th place while we're 5th. Let's show them why. It's good that they've been in bad form. I like to hear that. We've not been in the best form, though. We've looked a little iffy, but we had a good result against Arsenal. It's not the best weather for football out there today. How do you think the conditions will affect your performance? My players can adapt to any situation. A little bit of weather isn't going to affect us. Having the best defense in the Bundesliga must have you looking forward to another win. I'm proud of that record, and work that's gone into it. We'll continue to work hard and keep getting better. It's pretty impressive that we have the best defense in the Bundesliga. You would think, oh man, they've been in terrible form. You would think that'd be Bayern Munich, but since we made the change to having our wingers mark their central midfielders, our defense has been miles better. We did not start off this season very well, but since we made that change, it's been night and day, the difference. So let's make sure we do that again for this match. Eggestein with the left winger and Baum for the right winger. Mark Maximilian. And you, Mark, I don't know what his first name is. Jean-Manuel. Confirm the changes. Let's go, team. Kerem Demirbay with the corner. This is where we've got all of his assists. Well, not all of them, but most of his assists. Corners and free kicks. Doesn't find it that time. The shot goes off the bar. It's been a near highlightless first half. We're in the 41st minute now, and nothing has happened. We've had all the chances. They don't have a single shot yet. We have like 7 shots, but I think only one of them on target, so we're not doing very well going forward. But we've been able to stay strong defensively. We're just marking out their central midfielders just completely out of the game, and I really love that change. The player marking has been amazing for us. Is they're going to have their first shot, and it's not going to go in. I thought it was going to be another one of those times when they had their first shot on target, and it goes in the back of the net, and you go down even though you've been the absolute dominant team. We have 2 shots on target, 0.7 XG. A lot of good chances. One pretty good chance there, but a lot of decent chances, and we just can't put any of them away. Schick is just so inconsistent, and our wingers are just so bad. Dimmerby can't do everything. I'm not happy with their performance out there. We need a win. We'll be a point clear if we draw, but I don't want to be a point clear. I want to be 3 points clear. I can't risk, needing the other teams to mess up. I want to take it to our advantage, take our advantage in our hands, and make them pay for it. We need a win here to do that. 2 wins, and we win. Well, don't win the Bundesliga, but we finish second place, which was the goal for the series. All we need is 2 wins. One of them has to be now. Bayer is injured. He's coming off. He's been terrible anyways. Gonna demand more from the team. Aaron Geese is pretty tired, but I don't really want to bring on a more defensive player. I need his creativity. I'm even going to change him to be on support. Go a little bit more direct. We got 20 minutes to find a goal, or we are just tied on points. Well, I guess 1 point ahead of Augsburg, and that's not good enough. Jedvaj has been absolutely awful, so that test has failed. There is no option at right wing back for us. No one is playing well there. Bender's going to come in. Dimmerby from another corner. Tapsoba heads it in. And Edmund Tapsoba has given us the lead in the 81st minute. I will now take off Aaron Geese. Bring on Baumgartlinger. Make sure he's changed to the right thing. I'm going to move the wingbacks onto support. And I'm going to go a little bit slightly lower, slightly shorter tempo. See if we can hold possession again. Should be able to contain possession against Werder Bremen. So I think we can hold on to the ball, frustrate them. Amiri's been terrible. He's going to come off as well. Bellarabi's going to come in. Wingers just are so bad. Like, I've never played with a team that has so many positions that are just complete incompetence. There is complete incompetence at both wings and both fullback positions. Arias is the best, and he's average at his very best. He never has good performances. He's always distinctly average, and that's the best we've got. He's on a yellow. He hasn't played amazingly, so he's going to come off. Timothy Fosu-Mensah is going to come in to see this game out. Tell the team to focus. I'm going to waste time. And we're going to see this game out and get our win, which puts us 3 points clear in second place. 1 more win is all we need. 1 more win from our next 2 matches. Dortmund's obviously a pretty big ask, especially because it's away from home. But we have a chance against Union Berlin, and we need to take it. That was a bit of a let-off. We weren't good enough and had to step things up against better opposition. Absolutely. Only 1 XG. Not doing anything offensively. Our front 3, absolutely horrific. Edmund Tapsoba's dramatic late goal was something for you to savor. How did you rate the moment? Savor, not savior. Savor. That's what football is all about. It was a joy to behold. Absolutely. A huge goal for our season. If we 1 to 2 days, that's fine. He'll be back for the next game. If we can win this, finish second place, win this game, finish second place, it'll be a good season. Even if we don't win the Europa League, it'll be exactly what I set out to do. I didn't set out to win the Europa League. I set out to finish second in the Bundesliga. I think this is a very mediocre team in terms of talent. They've got some very talented players, but like I said before, they have 4 positions that are just complete incompetence. They have no one who can play there. So, I think getting second place is a miracle with this team, as Karim Bellarabi is not going to see another minute on the pitch. He's out 4 to 5 weeks. He will miss the rest of the season. If that was a big miss, that would suck, but no more 6.2s. Dang. It looks like Karim Bellarabi will miss out for the UEFA Europa League final due to injury. How much of a disappointment is that? He sucks. So, not a big one. That's what I would say. He sucks, so it's not a big loss at all. Amiri's the better player. And he's not even that good. All right. Now we've got the big match as Mariano is also injured. He probably will be out for this next game. We gonna have to play Sargent on the bench. That's not ideal, but neither one is really gonna affect the game anyways. I'm gonna keep Schick out there. He's got the potential to score late goals. He's done it quite a bit this season. But I'll see you in 3 days. A little bit more advancing for me. I'll see you for the Union Berlin match. Here we are for the huge Union Berlin match. This is the squad I've selected for it. I have brought in Wendell. That should signify just how desperate I am to find someone who can play a competent level at right wing back. He's still somehow able to have a better performance over the last 5 than both Bender and Jedvaj and Weiser and Arias. So he's like the second best fullback on this team, apparently. Even though he has been absolutely, completely terrible. He's still somehow better than the recent performances we got from them. Obviously, we don't have Bellarabi anymore, but Paulinho comes on the bench. Amiri starts at right wing. I think we're stronger. We don't miss him at all. Like, Paulinho to Bellarabi is not that big of a drop-off. They're both pretty terrible. Yeah, Paulinho's at 6.5 in his last 5. Bellarabi is a horrific footballer. Absolutely horrific. Bailly, though, 6.42. Find him a day's wages for his last performance. I'm going to warn him about his recent form. You have to start playing to a higher standard if you want to be in the first team. Diaby's actually had at least I'm bringing Diaby in. He's at least put some good performances together. Bailly has just been absolutely pathetically bad. For a guy that's supposed to be a good player. Like, he's heralded as a very good player. These numbers look very good. But he's the worst player I've ever used as a winger. He's the worst winger I've ever used in this game. In any football manager. I've never had a winger that's so bad. Well, Bellarabi still might be worse. But Bailly's just been so horrific. I don't understand it. Like, he's playing as a winger. It's not like I'm trying to play him as a regista or a wide target man or an inverted wingback. I'm playing him as a very bog standard role that with 18 pace and 18 acceleration, he should be pretty good at. But he's just awful. I don't understand it. Enough about Bailly being terrible, though. This is a squad I think gives us the best chance to win this game. I don't know what's going to happen at right wing back. He could have a 6.1, and I would not be surprised. I've got Frimpong on the bench, though. He supposedly has a 7.8 in his last 5. He had one really good performance, an 8.7. I don't know who it was against. Might have been against like their under 18s team, but still, I don't know if Vindel would put up a 7 point anything against their under 18s. So that might still be a good result. He might have to come in at some point. Arias has been equally bad, 6.54. Like, it's an absolute miracle that the team with these kind of performances have a chance to finish second in the Bundesliga. Nothing more than an absolute miracle. My average rating for my entire team has to be like a 6.7 at best. Like, Livakovic is just absolutely... Livakovic and Demirbay are making this so much higher than it should be. It's probably a 6.7, with Demirbay being a 7.4 and Livakovic being a 7.1 and Taw being a 7.1. The average, and a Chick who's played well for the majority of the season being a 7.1. It's still probably like a 6.7 on average, because the rest of my team is just absolute garbage. Saying that much, let's see if we can win. Yay! I'm going to say the media have given you a lot of credit lately, so go out there and put on a worthy display. I want to give them as hyped up as they can get. Give them all the faith. Not a whole lot of reactions. Bayer Leverkusen under-19s have won the youth championship. There's a vast amount of talent in your youth setup. How pleased were you to see it, and do you have any plans to promote some of the players to the first team squad? They're under-19s. I won't get carried away, but their time will come. How much credit do the staff involved in the development of these youngsters deserve the success? I'm very lucky to have a team full of exceptionally gifted and talented coaches here, and the entire youth setup is as good as I've ever seen. Is there perhaps one player who stands out I don't know any of my under-19s players. I literally know none of these players. Joshua Eze sounds like a familiar name. I'll pick him. Maybe that's just because I'm thinking of the Eze from the Premier League. It's never ideal to have an injury-enforced absence, of course. Kareem's not a loss at all. It's still a challenge we'll have to put up for, but I'm confident that his absence won't prove too costly, because he doesn't ever play well, so how could losing him affect us at all? I have a highlight here in the 14th minute, the first highlight of the game. It's going to be a free kick, but Leverkusen, so good coming out of the box and coming out to meet those free kicks. Diaby's in a lot of space down this left-hand side, too. A nice ball out from Leverkusen, and he's going to be penalized. That's a penalty. Ref. That's a penalty. A clear and obvious penalty. Don't even need to go to VAR. It's blatant. And I think Aaron Geese will take it. He took the last penalty. I think he's going to take another. It looks like it's Aaron Geese. He scored his last one. Can he score this one to put us 1-0 up? Oh, he barely does. He hits the inside of the post. Let's just say it's a perfect penalty. It's not like he almost missed. It's just a perfectly placed penalty that the keeper is never in a billion years getting to. No keeper in the world is ever getting to that. They actually have Karius on the bench. I just saw they had Loris Karius on their bench. They're not starting him. I know he's had a howler for Liverpool, but still, he was a Liverpool quality goalkeeper. Surely he could start for Union Berlin. I don't even know the name of the guy that they're playing. Like Andreas Luth. Who is that? Is that a real player? Is he a regen? Because he probably shouldn't be playing ahead of Karius. I mean, obviously, maybe just because this game means nothing to them, they don't care who's playing in goal. Maybe Karius has been their normal starter. As Diaby is through on goal, got to score that, but he doesn't. You have to go across the goalkeeper. Why are you not going across the goalkeeper? There's so much space at the far post. The keeper is running out, covering his near post, and you still try to go as that. Is there a player? There must have been a player in front of the goalkeeper or a foul. And it says Finn Bender might have been offside. He must have been in front of the goalkeeper impeding his view because he definitely wasn't offside. You can't really be offside from a corner, really. Especially if they have men on the line, but I'm assuming they don't have men on the line, but assuming someone was in front of the goalkeeper, he was directly in front of his, even though that was nowhere close to him and he's never saving that, I still think that's the right call, which is annoying because that would have been nice, but 1-0 is still good enough for now. Still only 27 minutes into this match. We've gotten off to a good start. Schick finds the back of the net. We are 2-0 up. We have decided we really want this second place, and so we have come out and won it. Great start to this game. We've looked deadly every single time down the pitch. It's about time. Our wingers are finally getting... Diaby's been the man of the match so far, I think. He's just been dominating down this wing. He's only on a 6.9, but I feel like he's been the best player. Aaron Geese is only pumped up because he has a penalty. There you go. Diaby 7.4. I agree. Man of the episode so far. Aaron Geese is tired, but actually, we might be able to sub him off at halftime. Yeah, I might sub him off at halftime. I don't think we'll need him. I want to just see this victory out. I am delighted with your performance. Keep it up. Let's bring in Lars Bender. Let's play him as a defensive midfielder. He hasn't played a whole lot recently just because he's been so bad, but let's see if he does well at defensive midfield. Really, what probably should be his best position. Dimmerby with the corner, and Jonathan Tah heads it in to make it pretty much seal the result. I don't think they're coming back down 3-0. I don't know. I don't think I ever told my wingers to mark their midfielders. I think I forgot to do it this match, but apparently it doesn't matter because we're just a much better team than Union Berlin. Their midfielders are still having a terrible match, so that's good for us. Shows we maybe don't need to have to do it, but I still think it's the right thing to do. Just because, Lars Bender, he hits the post. But what I was saying is, I don't think we need to do it to have a good result, but it's not a coincidence that since I started doing it, we started winning matches. Like, it clearly had a positive effect. It's not just me changing to a slightly lower tempo that just completely changed the tactic around and made us suddenly a good team. It's the fact that we're really snuffing out their midfield, giving them very few areas to go across in the midfield. Obviously, we're giving up the wings, but the two wingbacks do a good enough job of defending down the wings that we're not really getting beaten down the wings that often. So I'm going to take off Dimmerby. We don't need him. The game is over. Give Florian Wirtz a little bit of a run out. Don't want to risk any of my better players. So I'll probably take off Tah, and I'll probably take off Schick. Let's take off Schick. Let's bring on Josh Sargent. Give another 5 minutes, and I'll take off Tah. keep our best players fit and ready for the Europa League final. I'll probably play my entire bench against Dortmund because that game will mean nothing. They're not going to overturn us on goal difference. Anyone else I care about? Not really. Maybe Amiri. Maybe Diaby because he's played so well. He's definitely going to be starting in the Champions League final. Or not Champions League, the Europa League final. I'll take Amiri. I can't take Amiri off, but I'm going to be happy with those changes. I'm going to praise my team because they've been fantastic today. I'm kind of worried about playing a backup team against Dortmund. We're going to get smacked, and it's going to hurt morale, but I don't want to risk getting a start. Like, if Demirbay gets injured in that game, it's Europa League final over. We have no chance of winning without Demirbay. Absolutely zero. I think the same can be said for Schick. I don't think we stand a single chance of winning that game if Schick's injured. And I think maybe not the same can be said for Ta, but he's obviously a very good goal threat. He's the biggest goal threat we have from set pieces. On getting on the end of them, that is. Demirbay's the creator, but in terms of getting on the end of it, he's our best player there. So I don't want to risk him getting injured either. Like, he gives us so much of a better chance of getting a goal than any other center back in our team. I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. We have locked up second place in the Bundesliga. And Augsburg they lose or they draw. They drew with Werder Bremen. And RB Leipzig, what did they do? Did they play already? They must have already played. I don't see their result here. Oh no, here it is. They lost to Wolfsburg. So we didn't even need to win today. I think with a draw, we still would have guaranteed we finished second with a draw. So a draw was all we needed, but we got the win. Now goal difference isn't even it doesn't even a factor. No matter what, we are second place in the Bundesliga. Great result. I'm very happy with that. We're officially second place, and now all the eyes go to Milan in the Europa League final. I might just do a one-game episode. I don't think we need to show this Dortmund match. It's inconsequential. I'm going to be playing backups anyways. That's not fun to watch. You don't really want to watch us get absolutely smacked, and that's what's probably going to happen. So I will see you next time I thought it might be, if we struggled today and everything came down to the Dortmund match, that was going to be a heck of an episode, Dortmund-Milan. But fortunately for us, unfortunately for my heart, that's not the case. We have won, we have finished second, and so Dortmund means nothing, but now all our eyes are on Milan. I'll see you for Milan next episode, the big Europa League final, with a chance to cement this as a top-tier tactic. That is the point of the series, to test the tactic and to rate a tactic. And if we beat Milan in the Europa League final, I think it's a pretty dang good tactic. I think it's already a pretty dang good tactic, but I think it'd be next level. So if you've made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.